Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. Me Matt. Every 1v1 for you all here on Stalingrad in the winter. Not the normal map we usually see, especially not the winter version. Anyway, we have a Western Front battle here. I guess we'll go through the players. Represent the United States today, we have Mist Moon, without a commander yet. Represent the Axis, we have TKD as Ostdivision for the Wehrmacht. That should be fascinating. Ostdivision is generally pretty good because of those PBS 80s you can arm your Volksgrenadiers with. Wonder if we'll see some Osttruppen as well. Still looks like we're gonna have a little bit of an urban fight here in the winter. Somewhere on the Western Front during the Battle of the Bulge, probably. Yeah, well, oh, and it looks like the Americans have gone for Ranger. Which I suppose does fit the winter theme. Using the mountain infantry. Let's see how that turns out for them. Early game, I suspect the Wehrmacht will do pretty damn well. At least until the Americans can get their upgrade where all their basic weapons fire 50% faster. The ammunition requisition. Which you need to get from the first lieutenant building. There you get the lieutenants. Some barbed wire going up a little bit for the Americans to deny some cover. It looks like a little counters cover here. But because the sandbags are close enough. Americans are splitting up to secure some territory. I'm sorry if my throat sounds a little bit dry. I just woke up and I decided to get a lot of recording done today while I had the chance. Because I'm gonna have a very busy week ahead of me. So I want to get everything done in like one day if I can. And I had a lot of work to do yesterday as well. So it might have affected me a little bit. Volksgrenadiers engaging with the American riflemen now. Supported by some grenadiers just behind them. And we are indeed seeing Osttruppen. Eastern Europeans that is essentially conscripted to fight for the Germans. They have a very cool looking winter uniform, by the way. I really like the winter uniform they gave the Osttruppen for Company of Heroes. Just really good looking. One of those few models that just look really good. And it's actually how I imagine the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers to look if they didn't have this patch. And then again, you cannot really change models in Company of Heroes. You can just apply new ones. And I think if they had that icon on their shoulder, on their arm patch, that would not really fit well if they're using the Volksgrenadiers and the Grenadiers. Ooh, Rifleman goes down there. Good play there from the Volksgrenadier. Here comes a lot more Americans. They still don't have their upgrade though. One flash going out. Ooh, but that might be that Volksgrenadier. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Grenadiers are in a very good position here with heavy cover. The Kar-98's to the advantage. So the fighting continues from that point. We also have a 30 cal now Brian for the United States. The Germans have secured the fuel down here and the munitions. The Americans get to capture munitions points. Pioneer's gonna kill that re-echelon. At least it's only a re-echelon, so the Americans are not as reliant on the engineer troops as other factions would be to build up their base. So it's not as big of a loss as it could be. But the Americans are still taking heavy losses. Then he's getting inside this large building. Killing the wounded on the ground, evidently. Hope my voice warms up a bit by doing this. And we are seeing the lieutenant building being upgraded, which they do need to get that ammo requisition upgrade. Which does not actually show up down here until you've upgraded this thing. At least in the observer vision. And he is capturing the northern point there, and we might see the Pioneers grab this munitions point. And munitions are always very important, so good to see. And really give you an edge by upgrading your units with stuff. We are seeing MG42 come out for the Ostdivision. Osttruppen taking up inside the building. Oh, the 30 cal is covering the field, very nice. But now it might actually be flankable. But the Volksgrenadiers already on it. But the machine gun is smart enough to move. As they realize they cannot stay there because here comes the one flash. But it hits the building anyway. That can't happen. Ooh, and now this 30 cal might be in trouble because the Osttruppen got behind cover here. And now the Volksgrenadiers trying to get up in a position where they can flank.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
But Americans are arriving out. Oh, we have winter effects on. I completely forgot. So they're playing with the ability for use to freeze. That's not something we see every day. But the Americans are securing the southern flank at the moment. Just a lull in the German forces. And BARs and some of the Americans will definitely be have an effect. Looks like they just Skibaldalatung mine going up. That's going to be a Regal mine. Definitely a good early choice. I believe it's fairly cheap. Most German mines are fairly cheap. Here comes the Jeep though. And the 50 caliber, 30 caliber. That's a 30 caliber. Not the biggest of machine guns, but it's useful. MT-42 set up here. Americans flanking from the building though. They don't have the upgrade yet, so they are not firing as fast. That's good. Might allow them. No, the machine gun doesn't get away. But now the Grenadiers move in. They'll definitely be able to steal that back. Good play there. Always just ready to have a unit nearby to support. And several more Ostrom have been called in. That's a lot of Eastern Europeans here that are pushed into the fight against the Americans. Ostrom do arrive with Panzerfaust, which is a pretty handy upgrade.
We are losing a sector.
Ooh, not sure Ostrom are going to win that engagement, but with the Grenadier support they will, especially if the 5-grade hits. And it does! That's going to be a lot of damage. Hannibal inside the building. Ooh, keep us in an Overwatch position here. Have the Americans go for their ammo requisition? They are. That's going to boost their firepower a lot on all ranges for most of their basic infantry. As you can see how slow this single re-echelon is firing at the moment with their carbine. There we go, now they got the upgrade, so now he's shoot fire faster. Germans are securing the southern flank again. Gunner is down on the Jeep. They're gonna have to drive back. 5 men pushing up here. And it looks like the Americans are just pulling back for now until they can get something better. Oh, and we're gonna see the 25th Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadier unit available to Ostdivision. Probably one of my favorite Panzer Grenadiers in all honesty. Let's see how they turn out. No mines around here, so I guess the Allies can take back the fuel.
Has been converted to an
Americans are starting to get a Ranger assault team,
units are being hung out to dry.
which are costly but very freaking good infantry.
New unit ready and on the field.
Especially if they can get their Thompsons in this environment. Oh, a half-track is also arriving with them. Oh, wait. Oh, they canceled and went for the call-in instead. Where they arrive with a half-track on top. Not a bad choice. Indeed, we're seeing Thompsons on them. They should probably also get the 30-round carbines, I think, because of the urban environment. That's just my opinion. Should allow them to suppress, I believe. 30 caliber moving around here. Grenadiers inside this large building. But it is a very easy target to shoot at from a lot of angles. Indeed, the Grenadiers are abandoning it for now. Here come the Ranger in their half-track. Americans back inside the building. Oh, Regal mine goes off. Very smart. And that's why you get the Regal mines. Right here from the... Oh, we have some... What's that called? Marching fire. Oh, fire superiority here. Allowing the Rangers to suppress as they move. Have to fall back. Oh, we're actually gonna see a blizzard? Oh god. I did not expect that we're actually gonna see a blizzard in an urban map, even if it's a winter version of it. I guess I already have a name idea for this match then.
Listen up, fellas.
Americans are trying to gear up as fast as they can. Keep is still covering the central road here. But once the blizzard hits, it's gonna have a lot of visibility. Pioneers are coming in with the Panzerbüchse. Ooh, they only killed the gunner there. They need to keep driving. Rangers are moving up with the Thompsons again. Ooh, this is not gonna be good for those Ostruppen, because the Ostruppen don't have any automatic weaponry as their base. So as you can see, they get mowed down in close to medium range. They are fairly cheap infantry, but they are designed to be long-range static infantry. If the enemy has automatic firepower, the Ostruppen just get completely annihilated, as you can see. And with the freaking Blizzard on, that's gonna be a problem. 25th are moving around, getting behind some cover to try and shield themselves from the wind. But our visibility should be very low for everyone. Unit down here. No, it's just the building that could see them. Now people have to struggle to stay. Oh, demo charge. Very cheeky. The TKD is thinking ahead. Now everyone has to stay warm. We also have a tank hunter team coming out here from the United States. And we all are seeing an F1 Panzer IV in the field. The vehicles also drive slower in the blizzard, so you need to be very cautious. Rangers were pulled back for some reason. There's no heat source even if there's a little bit of fire, it's just visual. These tank hunters are going to freeze to death if they don't move. We'll see a mortar half-track arriving for the Ostdivision. The blizzards is going to affect a lot how they play. And indeed the tank hunters are going to freeze to death shortly. They're standing out there in the cold, dying. Being neglected. You might see a model drop here soon. Oh, they're being retreated. Is it in time to save them from a model drop? Nope. One guy drops down and suffers some hypothermia and dies. Absolutely horrible stuff. Yeah, generally attacks entirely stop doing blizzards because it's very hard to conduct them. It gives people a little bit of breathing room. Some factions do have some infantry that are immune to the blizzards. Like I think the Ranger Recon, not the Ranger Assault, can be immune to the blizzards with an upgrade. 30 caliber holding up over here. And the mortar is also even more inaccurate doing a blizzard, by the way. The shields are gonna land absolutely everywhere. One actually hits close to the machine gun. F1 pushes up. Americans have to pull back after that. There we go, blizzard is over. That should make the battles become a little bit normal again. 25th are still freeze their asses off until they can get that fire. Yeah, there you go, that's gonna help them. Do dig this winter camouflage. Or well, winter uniform. Ooh, one goes down there. Ooh, that sucks. Probably affects that 30 caliber. Another grenade going out. Oh, that actually didn't kill that many. That's surprising. Bazooka head out to the Rangers, but too late. F1 and the Grenadiers shoot them down. And the Grenadiers are gonna snatch that bazooka. Which will deny them to get an MT-42 in the future, so... Oh, it was actually a Fox Grenadier. I guess so PPSA is for them. F1 is just an Overwatch here, suppressing the Americans and opening fire on them. Americans have gotten an AT gun. Where is it? There it is. Just the 57. The basic anti-tank gun of the United States, I'm pretty sure. Oh, good, a good shot there in the F1. Yeah, seeing some Ranger Recon coming in. F1 manages to pull back by cancelling its fires, so it can allow it to not be spotted. Because of the Storm Grenadiers here, a unique assault infantry available to Ostdivision. Very good for close range encounters. And here we have the Ranger Recon. I'm actually not sure if they are immune to the winter. I was gonna say they are down here, but That's really hard to tell sometimes. When the Osttruppen is actually able to shoot this 30 caliber. More Americans coming up. With the M1 Garand, that'll definitely be a problem if they can get into range. Still another Osttruppen here. Shoot them as they come through the small little alcove. Alley? Opening. Opening, that's the better word. Here comes the Ranger Recon. X-Ray coming out. Just in front of the path. Doesn't do a lot. And the Rangers definitely winning that engagement. Oh, MG42 cleared out. Yes, the Storm Grenadiers armed with PPSHs. The Ranger Recon is probably going to get on the flank soon. The Rangers are so far losing to the PPSHs of the Storm Grenadier. But the Ranger Recon is almost on the flank. Papa's still going to cover them though. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Oh, they are. They're just changing their direction. That's gonna allow the Rangers to get close, but now they just switch their fire again. The Rangers have to do a full retreat. Oh, Ranger Assault Team goes down. The Storm Grenadiers hold that front line pretty handily. Only losing one guy. Yes, a lot of the Americans. Here comes the Storm Grenadiers. Veterans of the Eastern Front relocated to the west during the Battle of the Bulge, I guess. But they have to pull back here. There's just too much rifle fire coming their way. One guy manages to get away. Both Grenadiers are covering their retreat with a captured bazooka. And we have some Osttruppen coming up as well. 30 caliber of the United States is setting up, however. The main machine gun cannot hit the Volksgrenadiers from here. Another half-track arriving here with some Rangers. No Regal mines. We do see a minefield here of Sprengminen, which might prevent the Americans from inside the building. Yep. The Rangers are in trouble, I think. Yeah, they have to get out of there. Ooh, Volksgrenadier is going to intercept. And there's another Ranger gone. Lots of Rangers are dying here. But the Volksgrenadiers do go down finally. And they also dropped the slow fire BAR here, which I don't think the Americans want to get into German hands, so they might rush the rifleman up there to grab it. But here comes another F1. Actually, it's the same F1, my bad. Takes out the half-track. And yeah, I guess the Americans are not going to be able to get that slow fire BAR yet. In fact, the Osttruppen might move out to grab it. We also have a Panzer IV arriving up here. The best version of the Panzer IV, to my understanding. Arrayable to certain commandos. Very upgunned and up... Well, not upgunned, but up-armored, I suppose. And it arrives with high explosive shells, which is handy. Water half-track getting into a position here. Americans are a little bit on the back foot. The Osttruppen are just gonna grab the MG42 again. Oh, not yet anyway. Ooh, Rangers are showing up everywhere now. There we go, MG42 recruit. Some guys moving around. They still only have their PPSHs. We'll probably get them some Gewehr 43s if they want to be effective at long to medium range still. Or MP4s if they want to go full automatic. Even a flamethrower. Flamethrower could be good in this environment, but depends on where they want to fight. Osttruppen have grabbed the slow fire BAR. Another demo charge has been enabled. Yeah, Osttruppen are not going to win that fight though. And they dropped the slow fire BAR. Gebaldeladnung. And a good one at that. Actually, only stunned one guy, never mind. Still, it was enough to force the Americans off. And we have an A2 Sherman arriving. Now the Allies do have some armor they can work with. Fosgaliers with some PPSA just trying to get up here, but the machine guns are suppressing them, forcing them off. It's a very narrow street after all. Yes, are moving in, but they're gonna run into those pioneers. Oh, good shot there from that Panzerbüchse. Here comes the Ranger Recon. They might move in to grab that slow fire BAR, I think, if they can get close enough. Doesn't look like that. Oh, mortar hits the truck. Almost killing it. Medic now running for the United States as well as a lieutenant. A2 has to decide where it wants to go. Looks like the Panzers are relocating to the southern flank. Well, the Osttruppen are just moving around. MT-42 still have manned by the Osttruppen. As I said, I do really dig this model for the Osttruppen. Really nice model. Eagle mines being prepared. And now the Osttruppen have also grabbed this BAR with slow firearm. Having a lot of equipment to help them in their fight against the Amerikaner. Mattcasting is holding up inside here with the capture, with the improved Panzerschreck, as well as an MG42. Let's see if they can do a lot here. Artillery going in the building now. Look, the building remains mostly effective. Sherman gets high explosive there, destroying the crew of the MG42. Panzerschreck misses. Then Muchard goes off it, trying to kill the squad there. So the squad makes it. With one guy. Panzer for H now showing. Panzer has to get out of there. Want to stay in that fight for longer. Ooh, and then the host of the try to intercept. Managed to get the grain off. And Raider Beaver now grabbing the slow fire BAR. It's shifted hands. So now it's back in American hands again. That's been quite a journey for that one gun. Well, the F1 and the Storm Grenadiers are trying to push up down here now. I guess they feel they have a chance.
We have additional Osttruppen available. You need something big? Blizzard conditions.
Another blizzard coming up. Ah, yeah, they killed the squad here, which dropped the bazooka. But they are range to the 50 calibers of the base. Looks like they managed to get out of there. Yeah, thanks to all the side bloggers. And the F1 now on Overwatch down the street. A2 is relocating. A2 has a much better chance of fighting an F1, I think, so. AT gun is present here, but they might have to pull back. He has no infantry support. Just a few guys with some carbines and a grease gun. Well, never mind, here comes most of the American army. No Regal mines at this angle. Oh, Fosgaliers on the flank though. They don't have their Panzerfausts. Oh, Americans my front. No, they managed to not get hit by the one flasher. Nice. But now the Panzergrenadiers might freeze to death if they just stay out there in the open. More mines being laid quick. That might be a Schuhminen. Oh, they're Sprengminen, okay. Well, big push up here. Gaballadung did a lot of damage to the Americans and destroyed the Jeep. And the BAR has been dropped again. Lieutenant bravely grabs it, and they have to get out of there, I think. Oh! He gets killed by high explosive! And now the BAR is finally done for. The journey of the BAR is done. How sad. Panzer Grenadiers running back because they're freezing their asses off. We reach on called in. The Americans are suffering heavy losses here now. It's still sticking around. Looks like it's not freezing at the moment. Pretty lucky. Okay, start moving out here now with minesweepers. Generally a good choice, I think. Especially if your enemy lays so many mines. Or Ranger Recon called in. Just a quiet of the blizzard as the fighting has kind of stopped for now. As both sides are just trying to huddle down and stay warm. Looks like the bazooka has been reclaimed by the United States down here. They're still dying to the cold though, so they have to pull back quick. Now, these guys should start freezing. Unless they indeed are immune to the cold. Nope, they do start freezing. Okay. Good to know. So the Ranger Recon is not immune to the cold. Flying a flare, I think? Yeah, it is, yeah. We'll get in some sight during the blizzard.
Send your orders.
As the rest of the troops are freezing their asses off as they try to push up. There's a fireplace down there. And here's the A2. Doesn't penetrate the F1. Heat shield loaded. Penetrates. Ooh, and that might be the death of the F1. No, it actually beats out the Sherman.
A medium tank was just lost.
They killed the gunner and then SAPC grenades. Bazooka on the flank. Demo charge didn't hit anything. Bazooka doesn't penetrate.
Position's clear. The blizzard is gone. Standing by.
Very lucky F1 there. Then again, that is the bad bazooka, not the heat version. If you get the one with the heat rockets, it penetrates a lot more reliably.
Listen up, fellas.
They're not looking good for the Allies right here, but the Axis still have to push through. They actually have a howitzer set up here now by the Ostdivision. They already got to start firing probably for the American base. Yep, they're definitely trying to base snipe all the infantry healing up. Generally what you see on very small maps, especially in the 1v1. Where the enemy has a howitzer piece. Not being very accurate though because of all the buildings that all the debris it can hit. Not getting the most lucky there. The Americans have lost a lot of terrain. Yeah, gonna have to work very hard to push back. As the Americans have barely any munitions at the moment. Here comes the Rangers. Ooh, and that's a lot of firepower coming in for those Storm Grenadiers. They have to get out of there. Smoke grenade dropped on the ground. Smoke fizzling out. Hands for H preparing to make us move again. Americans are getting more A2s. Hands Grenadiers pushing up here with the MG42. Throwing a fragmentation grenade. But the 30 killed most of them down. A2 pushing up. Full penetration from the Panzer 4H. German does go up in flames, but that Panzer 4H has to pull back. Osttrupner losing that fight handily, as you would expect. That's a Panzer strike that the Americans could utilize. Are still aiming down here. No Regal mines on this road. Very careful setting up. I don't think the Fostinians want to stay there. Panzer 4 F1 moving up as well. Another A2. The Allies are securing the fuel here again, which is going to help them. F1 pushing up. It's going to go for this A2, I think. But at range, I think the A2 should win. It's just if you get close, the penetration chance does increase very rapidly for the Panzer IV. Oh, Mortar still kills the rifleman with the Panzerschreck. Well, that's not good for the Allies. Sturmgewehr here now armed on the new Panzer Grenadiers as they push up. Panzerschreck does were in American hands. F1 takes a shot there. No Regal mines here. Oh, no Regal mines. And F1 finally goes down.
Our Panzer forces have been reduced by 1.
Now this Sherman could move up a little bit more with impunity, but that's because there's no Regal mines on this angle. Of course, the American doesn't know that. I think the fear of a mine should be enough to scare off a Sherman from just engaging too much. Well, now the Howitzer is also aiming for the Sherman. Not doing too much at the moment, though. But shots are coming in very rapidly due to the distance. As the closer you are to your target, the faster the Howitzer will fire, I believe.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
It's the Panzer IV H ready to make a move. German has been marked. No penetration there. Bazooka on the flank. Ooh, penetration! Good to definitely United States. It's gonna give them some more time to work with, I think. No mines around the field point, so they could grab that too. Using our Panzer IV H arriving for the Ostdivision.
Structure under attack.
Ostdivision doesn't really get anything heavier than the Panzer IV H. They can get to the Elephants, but that's not a tank. That's a tank destroyer. Which I suppose would be hard to deal with unless you can flank it. Looks like the bunker there was recycled. More Panzer IV H is coming in. The Panzer IV H is a good tank, but the Rangers can get some better Shermans. They can get the Jumbo. I think the Jumbo will just play with the Panzer IV H's. Almost the Allies had to get to that first, which is not going to be cheap. They don't have the Major yet because they've been too busy on the back foot here. Oh, another good bazooka shot right there. That was actually a Panzerschreck. Never mind. Oh, very good Panzerschreck shot. Some mines here. Booby trap also set up. A2 is trying to cause some damage. We do have the Panzer Grenadiers here with Panzerfausts. Ooh, almost killing that Sherman. Sherman quickly backing off. Germans are quickly resecuring territory in the town here. As they move through the streets.
A capture point is under attack.
And the Howitzer just keeps firing at the American base. I'm really getting the most luck at the moment, evidently. Oh, never mind. Get some kills there. Mortar half-track also driving around. So they have an air-cooled 30 cal being prepared now by the Rangers. But the Americans still hold on to one fuel, which is important. Because of another lieutenant arriving. Not a bad choice overall. The lieutenant is very handy to have around. But the base is under attack, so might be a good idea to get the maintenance bunker. Or where is it? Do Americans don't have it? Preventive maintenance. No, is it? No, wrong one. I guess it's just the maintenance bunker. Although I don't think that repairs the buildings. The American base cannot auto-repair itself, evidently. Huh. At least from what I can tell. Good to know. Oh, we have triple the echelon on the repairs. Okay. Yeah, cool. 30 caliber setting up down here. Only briefly.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Just the air-cooled 30 cal gonna set up. You have several vehicles now and some units spread around for the Germans to hold more parts off the streets. You have a very good anti-tank assortment of equipment here for the rear echelon. 30 caliber sitting up here out in the open, so that's going to be to the Panzer Grenadiers' advantage, especially long range with those scope Sturmgewehrs. They're just slowly taking shots at them, and they should win out unless they get suppressed. But they do get suppressed, though. But with the Ostrup nearby, they're definitely going to take them out. Yep, they get shut down there. Americans trying to push up here with the re-echelon. Good thing they're fighting Ostrup with no weapons, so, well, they only have their rifles, so not the hardest fight, despite them being re-echelon. Another great going out.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
But here comes the Fox Grenadiers with their PPSHs. That's Voyage is on the main street.
Sherman ready to go.
Someone get us out of here.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
End over here.
A2 pushing up. Ooh, let American Rifleman get out of there? No, he does not.
Damn Crouch just wasted some of our riflemen.
Americans have suffered very heavy losses here in these streets, but now there's double Sherman. Double Sherman can be very hard to deal with early on. Well, it's not really early, but Germans do have double Panzer 4.8s. They just need to support one another. Oh, the house is shooting over here. Not sure what. I think there's some Americans there or something. Might be something I missed. The Ballladung there doesn't do much. Pretty caliber sitting up back here behind some heavy cover. As much heavy cover as they can get.
Taking effective fire. Change of plans.
Oh, there's a mine down there. Oh, there's an S minefield. Okay. The Americans are going to be able to secure the fuel here. I don't think the Sturm Grenadiers want to walk into that. Need to see. Oh, the PPSHs are winning it out and they are in medium cover. Oh, they decide to back off. That's very close. A2s are pushing up slowly. There's a lack of mines here that could fight the, well, pierce the Sherman.
Listen up. Here's the deal.
Germans are holding the northern flank here at the moment. Let's see, Americans are still not able to take up to Major by looks of it. They're getting another Ranger Recon. Always the Ranger Recon. Guess they prefer them having the ability to just grab a bazooka out their pocket. Pocket-sized bazooka. And that's a very handy ability. It basically works like a Panzerfaust. Only 30 munitions too, that's not bad at all.
We got a new unit ready and on the field.
We actually ask you in the main street again.
Sherman ready to go.
German infantry are preparing to make a push for the southern flank again. Supported by a Panzer 4H. Panzer Grenadiers are supported by the tank as they should. They get a good bonus for doing it. Mechanized assault, which all Panzer Grenadiers get. You want to keep near vehicles because they just fight overall better. And they cannot be suppressed either. You just always use your Panzer Grenadiers in conjunction with vehicles. Way too pushing up here. H is nearby. Another blizzard is coming. Too many shot blockers here, I think, for the Panzer 4H to be useful. And they're going to get going out.
HMG squad ready for action.
AT gun down here. Ooh, the Panzer Grenadiers are not prepared for this, I think. There's another Sherman. Panzerfaust going out. Here's the Sherman that's going to force it back. Its engineers on fire.
German infantry.
Oh, good shot penetration there from the Panzer 4H. Force the Shermans to back off. Yeah, I think it's a good idea they don't chase. You don't want to chase into a blizzard.
Ready for action.
You have no idea what the Americans have at that point.
Blizzard conditions are now in effect.
Also, it's firing into the blizzard, which is going to make it very inaccurate.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Yeah, not a bad shot there still. The Americans moving up through the blizzard. Get to the fire at least. There we go. That's going to give them a little bit of heat.
Tank upgrade complete.
The artillery is going to land all over the place with the blizzard going on. And our visibility is going to be very, very low. Build some spine mine in here.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Yeah, I don't want to move up through a blizzard with an AT gun. That's not working. We are Ostroming inside the building. And that's a dead AT team.
We lost a gun crew.
Ooh, A2 has been upgraded with improvised armor, which I believe is a veterancy upgrade. It needs to be a veterancy too. Doesn't actually increase its health, just increase its armor, just health. I guess because it's just sandbags and anything else they could just grab to throw onto it. Still, it's a Sherman, and a Sherman is handy. Even if it's a blizzard where you cannot see anything. Wait, gun got shot.
Blizzard is passing. Normal weather is returning.
So the blizzard is over. High explosive being loaded. Ooh, overshot. Just went through outside the building and kept flying.
Point is being overrun.
The Allies are still holding on despite everything. Oh,
Blizzard is gone.
A2's having a brawl with the H. Not the fight they'd won, I think. No penetration from either side yet. It's the previous hit from the AT gun. And neither side is having any luck at the moment. The second Sherman is going to show up. Now the H should actually be in trouble if the Shermans can coordinate. The Shermans do get the radio net bonus. Ooh, one penetration there. But the Pats 4H got hit. Ooh, penetration on both. But it's backing off. You know, the Germans are securing some more territory of the destroyed city. And the Allies still have been unable to get this point again. It's only an Osttruppen holding it, but they are behind heavy cover. That's a lot of Americans here. They did not do much, but this forced the Americans to flee. Day 3 going up. Looks like the howitzer is preparing to fire again. Probably another base attack. Trying to grab them all, the Americans, while they're bunched up. There it goes.
We are losing a sector.
Overshot by the looks of it. Lucky for the Americans right there.
Armor here.
That's a lot of Americans heading northwards. Which needs some repairs. That's why you should only get the maintenance bunker, I feel. It's cost a little bit of munitions at this point for Mist Moon, but I think Mist Moon doesn't... It's not that big of a problem for Mist Moon, I feel. Why did they all retreat?
Ready for action.
That seems a little bit odd, but I'm not the one playing, so... Range gun coming out. Yep, so a bigger AT gun for the United States instead of another Sherman.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
I What are they deciding on that? Are they going to try and do a tech up if they have the fuel? They do have the fuel and the manpower for a tech up.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
And indeed, we're seeing the tech up happening. So I think we might, if we're lucky for the Americans, see a jumbo or these 76 Germans. Double punch version in the southern flank. We do have a half man. Hold on to the field here till we see the battlefield. The howards are being set up as well. Well, the Americans are tending to take some territory again. Trying to get the sandbags set up. And they do have this Ranger Recon here. Having a firefight with the Panzer Grenadiers. The Americans are trying to make a move here for the field, but there's an MG42 keeping an eye on them. Also, the Ranger Recon might actually win that engagement due to the range. No, it's shifting a little bit. Always hard to tell sometimes. But there's a big push of the Germans down here with double Panzer IVs. One Volksgrenadier for support, but the Germans are relocating alongside the 3-inch support gun. Shells landing around.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
It's not a fight in the favor of the Shermans at long range and the tanks coming down on each other, I think. Because the Panzer IVH is a little bit more of a better tank. Yeah, there we go. One penetration. That's going to force one Sherman back. One penetration though. And the 3-inch gun is setting up. Oh, one Panzer IV down. Ooh, and another good shot there from that 3-inch. But the American base is suffering severe damage for all this artillery. That's why I really think if I missed it, the Americans should probably get a thing where they can repair their base like all the other factions. You don't have to worry about artillery slowly destroying your base like the other factions can do.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Allies are still trying to establish the ground here. This up-armored A2 Sherman with the improvised armor is definitely doing a little bit better. The 4-2 trying to sit up here, but it's being hit by the American 30 caliber. That's going to force him to back off. We do have an MG42 bunker set up here, but it's not have full range on the fuel point. Am I still getting range of it? Nope. So far, the Realism are in a safe position, but the Ostruppen can hit them. More ranged teams arriving here. The Americans are persistent to try and keep on this push. The Sherman opening fire in the Sturmgrenadiers forced him to the ground. Panzer Grenadiers are trying to get into an angle here. Do they have Panzer Strikes? Do not. They can't take out the infantry, but that's a lot of Americans coming this way. Explosive loaded.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Artillery shots are landing and mortar shells as well. I think the Germans have lost this flank for a little bit.
Officers can now be called in to rally our troops.
And the Germans are just pushing up through the streets. I only see S-mines, which the Germans will not care about. Well, the Americans are clearing out all the spying meaning they can. So they'll be echelon with minesweepers. And the Americans are getting close to threatening one of the howitzers. Here comes the German counter-assault. The Panzer IV is backing up its fat butt, apparently. But here comes all the German infantry. Oh, over-penetration on the... Oh, that's forced to pull back, I think. One A2 takes it out. Very good job there from the Shermans. Don't underestimate the humble Sherman. It's a pretty damn decent tank.
Enemy infantry.
High explosive loaded. Elephant is being prepared, which the Sherman cannot pierce frontally. Ooh, high explosive hits the front of the howitzer, deflecting the shrapnel and killing some of the other squads. That's a fallback.
We're losing a capture point.
Armman nearby.
Our supply line just got cut off.
He has to turn around and deal with these Ranger recon, and he does in seconds. Then there's a mine there. Actually, there was a booby trap. Germans are still around. Ooh, they actually did kill some of the units there by looks of it. More riflemen are being called in. I think Miss Moon could actually afford to just get some ranger teams. They do have the manpower for it. Oh, they did some upgrading, I think.
90-day wonders fall in.
Oh, that's a long time. Yeah, that might be a problem for the Germans. You have some Ostruppen raiding around for an ambush, and they've gotten the extra man, which is a unique upgrade at Veterans 2, I think. They also have some outclass on the field arriving here. The Wehrmacht is sending a lot of various units in. Ours is already firing again. Let's see, will that long time? Oh, the long time is in counter barrage. Do remember, this now actually saps your munitions as it fires in counter barrage. It's not free. You will lose munitions as this thing fires the counter barrage. And that's a very good long time shot right there. Oh, there's mines. What's this? The S mines. Ooh, but Elephant gets it. One shot with that 88 high velocity. The Americans are securing some ground again now. Having a long time on counter barrage is going to be very handy for the United States. Does it actually take the ammo? I need to keep an eye on whenever it does that, because in the patch notes they should take ammo to do counter barraging. Oh, that's probably just an upgrade for something. Let's start firing. The Americans are starting to get a lot more presence now on the fields.
Capture point is under attack.
It's a Regal mine right there. The Americans did spot it thanks to the re-echelon. They just haven't cleared it. Bunker up here, which I think this A2 can take care of. But the Allies are securing a lot of territory now when they have the chance. EBSH being upgraded on the Hauptmann, apparently.
Enemy forces are securing our
Didn't know Ostruppen Hauptmann got PPSHs. Learn something new every day. I don't really see the Hauptmann that often, apparently. Uber Ranger recon on the flank here. Taking out the Hauptmann. And now the Long Tom is firing. Not sure if it took munitions or not. They didn't really pay attention that time. A Long Tom is a pretty good howitzer. Unique howitzer available to US Ranger. That also loses its gunner. Oh, it missed.
one of our forward buildings.
One more shot should do it. That goes. Gunner taken care of.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Now the infantry could safely move up. Well, not that the Americans have a lot of infantry left at the moment. We have more Teller mines now, which will only trigger on tanks, by the way. You don't have to worry about infantry squad stepping on it, it will trigger it. Oh, Dome Grenadiers are flanking this machine gun. That's gonna be a dead machine gun.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Oh, did the Galactic get out of there? Like it does.
Blizzard conditions are imminent.
The Blizzard coming up, more S mines also being laid here. That's gonna delay the Americans a little bit. They do have minesweepers with them.
The enemy is overrunning.
25th is sitting up behind the sandbags here. They are veterans 5. Oh, it's opening fire, which means this long Tom is already getting into action. Yeah, it does fire munitions. Okay. It does spend munitions when you fire it. But a long Tom is a much bigger howitzer, so I suspect the Americans will win the artillery fight. Even if it's a blizzard. Yeah, the blizzard is definitely making it inaccurate. Let's see if this third shell will end it. Nope. Apparently its kills are not really counting though. There seems to be a bug where units that do big explosions at the moment doesn't actually count their kills. There's some outblasting around the cold. These guys, I believe, can be immune to winter, but not these guys specifically. They need to get a specific upgrade, which they don't have access to apparently. Ooh, Howitzer got a good shot there. Press some of them. The Americans tend to move up very closely tied, it looks like, which is not advisable in Spearheads, or it's actually not even advisable in Vanilla, I think. The Americans are splitting up and getting territory. Or Ranger Recon arriving. And they are starting to freeze in the cold. Oh, we have an Osthuppen posing, T-posing, showing his dominance.
We have a new Panzer IV.
Such a display of dominance from an Eastern European who doesn't care about the Germans or the Americans, I guess. Elephant driving up through this blizzard, which is very, very slow. We also have a new Panzer IV arriving. I think the Americans might be setting up for the jumbo at this point. They actually only need the fuel. I suspect when we see the Americans get more fuel, they might get that jumbo out. 24-2 here, ripping into the... Oh, where's the telemine? I cannot see it. It's right there. It's very hard to see. It's very hard to see. Sherman can dodge it for now. High explosive loaded. Overshot. You might have to back off now. You don't want to stay there doing a blitz, especially with the German tank on the way. Also gonna keep going. Oh no, it's gonna back off. It'll drive into the telemine. There it goes. That's Sherman. The power of mines, everyone. The left and Storm Grenadier is pushing up here. But you cannot see them due to the blizzard. You can just see how low visibility you have when it's a blizzard. It's just out of range. They are freezing to death though. So they might have to fall back after taking it. But when you're already in hypothermia, you are not gonna survive even if you get into cover. Or they're trying to get inside the building. Because the building does provide heat. And that building is about to collapse. That might give the Germans just the time they need to heat up. Well, I don't see how much heat would stay in that building. There we go, now the Germans are evacuating after heating up. But the caliber can now open fire again.
Conditions clear. The blizzard is gone.
The Grenadiers are moving up. They only have their PPS-80s. And almost say with how TKD is using them, giving them the MP40s would probably be a good upgrade. Let's give them full automatic firepower. Actually suppress that machine gun as it tries to retreat. Oh. Howitzer takes out the German howitzer for now. Long Tom is definitely doing his job. Ooh, we have some Ostrom here in the street. They might take out those Realism. Oh, no, the Realism's carbines take them down.
We have casualties.
Ostrom are not very good infantry at close range, as I've said before. Great. Doesn't take down the building. That building is still about to collapse. All Rangers moving around. Some might even have a recoilless rifle with them now. An elephant is about to be overrun. Stungan is gonna go down here, I think. That guy is a veteran C5 guy, and he's doing a lot of work with his PPSH, but he gets taken out finally. When that elephant is definitely in trouble. Asuka does not penetrate the front. The Americans are suffering heavy losses as they try to push up. Ooh, not looking good for the United States right there. They're killing a lot of the Germans though.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
That's a mine, I think.
Our
And we're still not suffering heavy losses. More mines going off. I think the elephant can back off safely. And the Americans can retreat after that. Big heavy push from the United States, but looks like it might have given them some terrain again.
steal our sector.
Looting both munitions points right now. And we are indeed seeing the Jumbo. The Sherman Jumbo is very up-armored, probably actually the most heavily armored American vehicle. Even more armored than the Pershing, I believe. On its frontal armor, which is absolutely nuts. That's where it's quickly be looking to deal with this American 30 caliber. Building a high explosive shell. Just hits the rubble in front of the Americans. Long Tom is immediately going back to counter barraging.
We just lost a unit.
Once this Jumbo hits the map, that's going to be a problem for the Germans, I think. Unless it drives into a telemine. That could always happen. Germans are securing terrain again. Outclass and moving around, probably ready to take the munitions point here. That's the spot for the Panzer IV. And Panzer is securing the main street. Most of the German house is actually getting some kills done.
Armor here.
Well, it's very easy hitting the American base. But Jumbo is on the field now, and that's going to be very dangerous. The caliber shooting down the street. And here's the Jumbo. Getting mines on the street. Doesn't look like it.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Lots of Osthuben just being thrown into the gutter here. Or into the meat grinder around. They can get Gewaltladung, so very potent grenade upgrade.
Ready. Go ahead.
I think the Jumbo has to be very cautious with his movements though, because this is an urban environment. The Panzerfaust can wait around every corner.
Losing a capture point.
But he does have very high frontal armor. Same frontal armor as the Panther G, apparently. Ooh, that's what those Ranger Recon are doing. Yeah, that was a Gewaltladung. Killing the Ranger Recon. I really think the Ranger Assault teams would be better in this environment, but that's just my opinion. Well, that's a dead Pioneer. As more Ranger Recon are moving in. Jumbo still not deciding where he wants to go. So he's deciding to go down here. And that Panzer IV could get the first shot off here, but on long range it might not have a good penetration chance. Oh, never mind, it penetrates. Never mind. It even injures the gunner, and it gets another penetration. Okay. Jumbo is out of action for a while. Very unlucky for the United States right there.
Ready. Set.
Get this thing repaired. And that's again why you should get the maintenance bunker upgrade.
Rear echelon
It
squad
just
ready
saves
for
you so much time and so much trouble. Especially on a small map where your vehicles can retreat to the base very easily. The German house is trying to get shots in, but it doesn't look like it's hitting the tank at the moment.
Ready.
Long Tom is still ready to do counter barrages. Wilson landing close. And now the long top is doing a counter brush. Yeah, it spent some of the ammunition, as you can see.
Just got a report of an infantry
Good shot right
unit
there.
being wiped out.
Looks like it takes 60 munitions to do counter barrage. Doesn't say the tooltip yet, unfortunately. It does only fire 3 shots, so... let's do the math. 120. Yeah, okay, so that is math. Okay. Well, because it only fires 3 rounds. No, that doesn't add up. I suck at math, if you were wondering. Ooh, ALF class are holding up down here. Do not range and recon, do count as recon, so they will spot the ALF class if they get close, but there's only one ranger recon on the field now. They actually ordered to hold fire here, they're in ambush positions. Ooh, very cheeky.
You need something?
Americans have secure munitions points. Panzer 4-8 has to decide where he wants to go. German 76 coming onto the field. Grenadiers with MG42s now.
We are ready. Just suppress the goddamn. Gather round. Orders.
Jumbo moving up, there's no mines.
Steady up, fellas.
Send your orders.
So get supplementing this little rear echelon force alongside this 3-inch AT gun. This has turned out to be a very long match, by the way. Much longer than I would have anticipated on a 1v1 map. When the ALF class spots all of this. Another blizzard coming in. Until we're going in that building, apparently.
Tank support.
Obviously
here.
deny it.
Sherman ready.
Yeah, we've got that building collapsed entirely.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
We're actually moving up here. Oh, Ostrom has been armored out with Russian semi-automatic rifles. Very nice. They have to relocate quick.
Listen up. Listen up.
Ooh, but that is an MG42 and those Grenadiers, but looks like they are just falling back. Both sides of this. Oh, you can see how close the ALF flies to the tanks. You know the tanks suck at spotting recon infantry. The ALF club remained undetected during that whole ordeal.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Looks like the Germans still have a very good idea of what's going on. But the Americans have managed to regain a lot of ground. Lieutenant is actually veteran 5. Very impressive. House is firing again. And now the long-term fires in retaliation. Not sure how accurate it'll be during the blizzard, but... that's actually fairly close.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Nancy is flanking the machine gun. Lieutenant is relocating.
Try to outflank her.
Crew ready.
Looks like the Jumbo's on the move again.
The capture point is being overrun.
Ready for action.
I think the Americans need to start focusing on repairing that base in case they lose any of their buildings. Because they take forever to repair. Well, rebuild.
The enemy is attempting
We're trying to move close to this MG42, but it gets mowed down in the blizzard. But the blizzard will allow them to retreat safer. We're going out here from the Fox Grenadier.
Listen up.
Tank ready.
Tube ready.
You have a Sherman 76 on the field, which will perform better than the Sherman 75 against vehicles. I'm just driving through the blizzard like this. Oh, that must be horrible.
Looks like we're on armor here.
Contact. Say contact. Infantry.
3-inch gun is getting some shots out, which is not going to do much in the blizzard. Another Sherman 76 going to be coming up, so the Americans are starting to get the tank presence they need.
Back to full strength. Go ahead.
Ready.
Horrible to fight in this weather in a city of all things. And Long Tom is saving them a lot of trouble from the German artillery. Well, he's buying them a lot of time. Liking on the crew there again. All these rear echelons are moving up around. But who's still present. And moving into those rear echelon. And we have a lot of Ostruppen here. One even has an MG42 they picked up from the ground. That's a lot of variety here in those Eastern Europeans.
Blizzard is passing. Normal weather is returning.
Ooh, rear echelon are getting close, but I have to pull back there. Especially now that they have semi-automatic rifles. Elefant keeping an eye on the southern street. Where's the American armor? It's moving north.
Button her up. Big push coming.
I guess if the enemy has an elephant, just don't have your tanks near it. I suppose that's one way of showing the elephant cannot do too much.
Infantry contact.
Panzer IV-H is still around though. Or one is anyway.
Send your orders.
The Americans do have tanks scattered around the streets now, and we have...
To be done.
American 30 caliber is freezing to death. Not a good sign. Panzer is trying to move up here.
We lost an anti-tank gun.
Jumbo reeling itself.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Which I don't think the German Panzer IV wants to fight frontally. We can avoid it. That 30 caliber is still freezing to death. Bit by bit.
The weather is inflicting losses on our units.
Yeah, they are still just dying here bit by bit. Not good. There we go, they finally retreat them.
Armor ready. Cavalry has arrived.
Jumbo's pushing up. Elefant is backed off a little bit.
We must defend our headquarters.
The capture point is under attack. We got a rifle squad.
Ooh, close range might actually help the Panzer IV-H here. Yeah, it allowed the Panzer IV-H to penetrate with ease, but Panzer IV also took a big penetration. And here comes a lot of German infantry, all with Panzerfausts.
We are suffering losses.
Big engagement down here. Neither side is able to penetrate the other. Panzer IV-H down. Panzerfaust doesn't penetrate the front. Blue dazed on the Elephant. M76 are assaulting it. Oh, Bazooka takes out the gun. Elephant down. Germans keep pushing.
Enemy has destroyed a panzer.
Germans are in full retreat now, I think. Very good play there from the 76ers with all the American infantry, just applying so much firepower to the Germans they couldn't compete.
A capture point is being overrun.
Looks like the Americans' number one advantage. Well, second advantage. Just supreme firepower. Fire superiority. I suppose numbers was the second one, but... I'm pretty sure the Americans were quite conservative with using their numbers sometimes. Oh, that might be bad for those Fox Grenadiers. This lieutenant's just running past him. There we go, he's changing his mind. By that point, it's too late.
Our supply line is cut. Germans are making a push.
And that's that lieutenant.
We lost an infantry unit.
The Germans have secured most of the northern flank again, but... Oh, Ranger Assault Team finally being called in. About time. They'll do good with the M1 Garands, I think. Jumbo's still driving back for repairs.
Squad is back to full strength. Under fire.
84 armed Ostruppen are holding back the Americans.
Our opponents
Jumbo's
are
being
seizing
repaired.
the sector.
And indeed, it's not firing. It's not firing until they have 60 munitions, so I'm pretty sure it's 60 munitions per counter barrage. Let's see if it will fire. It's turning. Let's see. Nope. Oh, because they don't have 60 anymore. I think I was trying to take aim at the half-track there, but because they don't have 60 munitions, they start firing. So I figured it's 60 munitions for counter barrage with the long tom. For those curious. That sounds like a big change that the counter barrage actually does cost munitions now. I'm just having issues driving around in the snow by the looks of it. With that half-track is in trouble, has to back off. But here comes the jumbo, which I don't think the Panzer IV is ready for. We also have a captain for the United States, which should probably not be walking ahead into a machine gun, but its crew keeps getting killed. 76 is pushing up down here. There are Panzerjägers on the field, but they are being gunned down by the machine guns. Oh, good shot there from the H on the jumbo, injuring the commander. Yeah, now it's fine now that they have more than 60 munitions. Let's hit some of the building debris. Well, the 76ers keep threatening the other flank. How many mines do we have? Just Sprengminen, which is not going to save them against Germans. I think Germans need to invest in some heavier mines. Because now the Germans are pushing up. We also have some Rangers down here. Killing up the crew of that howitzer. A good comeback here for the United States. They definitely needed that comeback. Oh, he got hit by a howitzer shell. Ow. That's going to take a while to come back from. And if the Americans had the munitions, they would probably upgrade these with 50 calibers. They don't have a lot of manpower though, so I'd say they should invest in some more Ranger assault teams, I think. It's just the kind of environment they do well in. And indeed, we're seeing another Ranger assault team. Very nice. Guess I'm psychic. Must be awkward to be a psychic. Ooh. They're booby trapping the 80 guns. This is a trick I actually like to do. Promise the Americans do have minesweepers everywhere at the moment. But they will spot that Regal mine. You can also booby trap buildings, by the way, but I rarely see people do that. You booby trap them by essentially having the booby trap ability on some infantry. And you can just go into the building and booby trap it. It's fairly interesting. I believe Ostdivision actually gets it. It's just rarely used. Yeah, the Osttruppen here have the booby trap building thing. Just overall a very cool little ability.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
More Panzer Force getting onto the fields. The Mthis is driving up. Neither side penetrates the other. Lots of shells being fired here. Oh, good penetration step of the H. Chims are facing through one another at the moment. Oh yeah, the 76 have to back off now. I think that the Panzer Force won that engagement. Sugas are nearby though. I don't think they have an angle here. Not on that side of the building anyway. Yeah, there's no windows. Oh, they made an opening though.
The capture point is being overrun.
Oh, Rangers almost died there. Might have a chance to get out if a mine doesn't kill him. Just look if there's any Sprengminen left. Did the Aufklar die? I guess the Aufklar died and I missed it. Oh, that sucks. The Americans noticed? Oh, they have noticed it. Yeah, they are clearing out the booby. Oh no! Booby trap went off! Because remember, some German mines will actually explode if you try to defuse them. It's like a very big deal. So the booby trap actually worked. It destroyed the AC gun and the stuff and the people trying to remove it. Very nicely played there.
Waiting orders.
So even if you lay them and think they will be diffused, just do it, because there's still a chance they'll blow up and slow down and be an inconvenience for your enemy. It's barely costing you anything to do. They don't cost that many munitions, I believe.
We're losing a capture point.
Jumbo has to be cautious now. There's a lot of units down here. Mostly the Panzerjäger, I think, is the biggest threat to the Jumbo. More shipments in the 6s are arriving, though. But lots of Shermans. Like, terrain has shifted a lot in this little ruined town.
Rear echelon troops on the front line.
Well, more like a ruined city, to be honest, but... Potato, potato.
Alright, you dopes, listen up.
Americans still setting up everywhere. Got the armored battle group moving up here. Looks like the half-track is backing off its back butt to make the place for the Panzer Force. There's got over Blitz hiding here, serving as a repair station, apparently. The Germans are starting to feel the pressure, I think, with the sheer amount of Americans. I think the Germans have just kind of been attrition down at the moment, which is a thing that the Allies are capable of. If you're not playing the British, then you can actually attrition down the Germans.
Ready.
Oh, still a Sprengminen. So many mines. Like, this place has been booby-trapped to hell.
You guys, make ready.
How very German of TKD to do that. Honestly, that German players need to use more mines and booby traps, because that was something the Germans did a lot of, especially in the later parts of the war. And looks like the echelon is pushing up there. Oh, we have a fighting here. Half-track goes down.
Just got destroyed.
Panzerkampfgruppe is fighting up here. German 76 is leading the way. Should probably wait for the Jumbo. Jumbo should probably be the one leading the way, not the normal 76. You know, we do have the Long Tom still doing counter barraging. Ooh, 76 got an over penetration on itself. That's gonna force it to back off.
Conditions are imminent.
And we indeed have another blizzard rolling in. This has been a horrible fight for all the soldiers fighting here. Yes, no, that's not the Jumbo, that's just a normal 76. They have the same model, so it's a little bit confusing sometimes at a glance. You have the Panzerjägers around still. Trying to get on an angle there. Ooh. Getting up there with a Panzerschreck. Oh, good shut down one of the Shermans, almost killing it. It's gonna force out of action for a bit.
Running one of our capture points.
We're getting blasted over here. Get ready, guys.
But he has another blizzard coming in. I'm not sure which number blizzard this is. We've had a lot of them.
Button her up.
Oh, we finally have the maintenance bunker, and indeed, it does not repair the American base. But it will allow these tanks to get repaired a lot faster when they're back at the base. Captain leading the way here, killing the German Lieutenant. We have another Panzergrenadier holding up back here. Using their mittens to try and stay warm. As the artillery shells keep landing. I guess that's the long Tom firing.
Officers are now available for transfer to the front.
Sherman ready to go.
Let's see, and the Americans are definitely starting to get some ground again during the blizzards.
Dropping. Men are freezing out there.
But men are freezing. Most of this machine gun team.
Change of plans.
Oh, poor guy. German just trying to crawl away there while the Americans look on. We'll just put him out of his misery. Especially in this cold. Because both sides are suffering in the cold, that's what I'm sure. War is a horrible, horrible thing, especially during the winter.
Armor ready.
All right, you guys, make ready.
Now the booby trap have been prepared by the German army. Very good to see. Looks like a big American push coming for the southern flank here with only one grenadier to hold it. Do you have an MG42 nearby?
We are losing a sector.
The visibility is just so fucked doing a blizzard, as you can see.
We have been assigned
Grenadiers are overrun.
Grenadiers.
So the blizzard is saving them though from getting out of there. And this MG42 might die. Yeah, got shot down there, so I guess they don't have to suffer from hypothermia.
Gun crew.
The Americans are gonna start suffering from hypothermia at this point.
Casualty reports are flooding in. Units are losing men to the cold.
Team 76 driving over the Sprengminen. Ours is about to be cleared. Americans are suffering very heavily in this cold push. There's some American commanders really eager for some glory. He's just pushing his men through the freaking
Flooding in because of the cold.
just push them through the
Men are
blizzard.
dying.
That's not gonna look well. He's gonna have to write a lot of letters home.
Push coming.
And struggling fire misses. Machine guns on. These Germans are starting to really show themselves. Pillbox going up.
Conditions clear.
Germans are gonna have to try and dig in. We do have a Panzer IV assault up here. That's gonna clear out the opening for the Germans to get some to the ground.
Armor here. Our supply line just got cut off.
But the Allies have secured a lot of territory. 76 is gonna go on the flank. Jumbo is also relocating. 76 is pushing up. Are they gonna go for a base rush? Takes out the mortar half track. Ooh, Panzerjägers are coming up though. There might be a dead 76 there. No, it dodges it.
Our bunker can now accommodate an MG.
Jumbo revealing itself here. Panzerfaust kills it. One Panzer IV down there. Panzergrenadiers is definitely gonna die here. Ooh, 76ers are gonna win that, I think. Yeah, 76 just has a way faster fire rate. That one Panzergrenadier is still doing a lot of work though.
Just wasted some of our riflemen.
There he goes down, no.
The enemy is attempting.
I think the Germans are losing this at this point. If the Americans just start pushing aggressively now, they could win this. I think Allied attrition has just played its hand. Very good play from both sides though, so like this has been a very rough match on both of them, I think. Because both sides have just been throwing men into the grinder of this little place. There's not that as much of it left. Hopefully they've got some heated tents prepared after the battle, because this is going to be very harsh to survive in.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Surprisingly, this building still stands. It's fairly healthy too. I guess the officers are going to grab this for themselves if it survives the battle. Ooh, Panzerstrike team here. Got a good shot there, destroying a gun and the engine. Or damaging the engine anyway. And another Panzerstrike here on the Volksgrenadier.
We just lost a medium tank.
Good Panzerfaust.
Ready. Go ahead.
Ooh, but the Panzerstrike misses. That shipment might get away safely. One more American Rangers are moving around. I wouldn't recommend rushing up Ranger Recon because they are not too good at assaulting. They're more good for long distance fighting. Booby trap also went off. Ranger assault teams are getting close.
Infantry unit being
And the
wiped
Germans have
out.
been suppressed. Throwing a splendid grenade very close.
Tank support is
Ooh,
here.
almost kills the
German
Rangers.
ready. Looks like we're getting
More Shermans are driving around. There's another jumbo arriving on the front line. I think the Americans are just flooding into this destroyed town now. Even for the Germans, you don't want a game to get to this point this late, because the Allies can just keep coming and coming. Especially in a 1v1, I think, when you're fighting Ranger, because the Ranger can just get such good Shermans. Especially the Jumbo, obviously, but the Jumbo's actually not been doing so well this one. Must be the 76ers have done a good job. Which all American commanders can get. Oh, good shot from the edge, though. But yeah, this Sherman takes out the gun. Ready caliber covering the flank. That's not looking good for the Germans at all. Jumbo drawing up for the main street. No mines. No mines. Like, I think it's some Regal and Teller mines, even if they are costly at this point for TKD because they're lacking in munitions. I think they could have held a lot against the Sherman pushes. I'm not sure where they would have had the time to put them up, though. Very risky to always figure out when it's safe to put mines down. Was that a long time? It's no longer on counter barrage. Because there's no need for it to be in counter barrage anymore. They want the artillery fight. Oh, and yeah, now long time is just taking shots in. White phosphorus shell doesn't hit. Guess the Grenadiers can feel lucky they're not gonna die a chemical burn death. Antifaust almost kills that 76. Fire strike missed.
The capture point is being overrun.
Americans are pushing up. There's lots of Americans here.
Foes are behind our lines. Headquarters attacked.
Up to this lone Panzer IV now, which I don't think it will be able to do. Good play from Mismu making a comeback from that very bad position they were in earlier. It shows that tenacity can really just sometimes make a comeback and come reverse. Spearhead more so than Vanilla, I feel. But it really depends on the situation. Jumbo's gonna try and flank their Panzer IV. Jumbo's not very, it's a very clumsy tank though, compared to the other Shermans.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
A little bit less maneuverable. But because it's so much heavier. Handstrike missed. You have 2 Panzer IVs now on the field. But TKD surrenders at this point. I don't blame them, the HQ is destroyed. This was quite a match. This was a good one, I think. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.